Hey guys, welcome back to another Big Dog Fishing Adventures episode. Today we're with Mike and we're building the boat, aren't we, Mike?
Yeah, we had a little bit of an inspection this morning. Everything looks really good inside. Heaps of strength in there. We've got 6mm bottoms, 4mm sides, welding appropriately. This is going to be a strong boat.
Yeah.
Don't be scared to go smashing through big waves.
Yeah.
Get some air time. No, not so much air time, but you'll be going through big waves. You'll handle it. We've got the big 300 Yummy going on the back, and today's episode we're going to be putting the transom on. I'll show you what we have to do to strengthen it up. We got 50 by 100 by 6mm box section, which is going to be the stiffeners to hold the motor. We're going to cut those to the appropriate angles. We're going to be welding it onto the transom first. Inside the transom there's going to be lots of stiffeners, putting strength through the transom. Because of all the welding that we'll be doing on there, it's going to put a lot of heat into it. That heat can distort that whole transom. The first thing we're going to do while it's still straight is put some decent strong backs on there. That's going to keep it straight. They will stay on through quite a long way through the boat build. Once all the welding has been done on the transom, we can then take them off and there will be no more distortion there. We have 6mm bottoms, 6mm stringers, 6mm transom, so there's lots of strength there.
Yeah.
And that's going to be holding that 300 horsepower.
Yeah, that's very nice.
So there's going to be no issues with this transom pushing this boat and that motor on the back.
Yeah, be beauty. Hopefully we can get this done and then we can flip the boat and then weld out all the bottom of it as well.
That's the next process after the transom's on.
Yep.
All the inside's been welded out. We've got a couple more little welds to do on the frames to the side plates. But once the transom's on and they're finished, the boat's ready to flip. Once the boat's flipped, we'll back cut all our welds.
Yep.
And then we'll be doing the big long welds on the under the hull.
Yeah. Alright, looking forward to it. Sounds good. Sounds like a plan. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll go to I'll just get a few strong backs out of the car I brought along. We'll weld those on firstly.
Yeah.
And then best time is now while it's still straight. And then we've got to cut our box sections to the appropriate angles. Yep. And we'll weld those on.
Perfect.
Okay.
Sounds good. Get started.
Let's get started. Now this hole here is where the bolts for the engine will be mounted. I don't know, they haven't come all the way through. So we'll just punch that hole through, that when this goes on we know where to make the holes for the motor. We've got to cut this then to that angle, and this bottom edge will have a miter cut on it as well. Right, so what we're going to do is going to put our two strong backs on. Yep. This some I prepared earlier. Right. This is going to keep it straight. So we're just sitting inside the two side plates as far as the length. And what I like to do is go about 20mm down. That way this can stay on. And we can weld all this out later on when we put our floor on, and it's not in the way. Yeah. Okay. So
20mm down from here.
20, yeah, because this will have the floor or the transom welded on here. Yeah. The swim platform. Yeah. Yeah, it'll have the swim platform welded on, so it gives us room to run a weld on there. Yeah. At the same time, this is going to be nice and straight. Yeah. When you do a long weld, as it cools down, it'll shrink, and it usually puts a curve through it as it cools down. Yeah. This will stop that from happening. Yeah. Okay, so any long weld, put a strong back on, it keeps it straight. Yeah. So it's an important thing to remember. Now, yeah, dial him up, 175. So that's nice and hot. Yeah. And just check, have we got double pulse on? Hold in for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 10. Scroll through till you see DP. Okay, you got your hot start off. Okay, you got your crater fill on. Okay, so that basically ramps down towards the end. Yeah. We don't need that on, so we'll turn that off. Yeah, pre-flow gas, post-flow gas. Burn back. Don't know what it is. Okay, so you got your double pulse on. Yeah. We don't want it on.
Yeah.
Just for curiosity. 0.8. Okay. Yeah. I just wanted to see what you had on. So we'll turn that off. Okay. Hit that again. And go back to our settings.
Eyes.
Same again.
Eyes. Eyes.
When you're ready. Eyes.
Eyes.
Beautiful. Over this side. Yep. Perfect.
Eyes.
Right, just move the clamp along as far as you can reach, and then with the rest we'll point load them. Just come this way a bit. Go roughly. That's about 150. So go roughly 150 apart.
Yep. Eyes.
Beautiful. Right, to the other side. Yeah, perfect. Really perfect. Just go a little bit towards yourself. That's it.
Eyes.
Right, we'll point load the rest. Right, so that's our strong backs on our transom. We are now ready to put some heat into this and weld things on without putting the distortion through. So we'll flip it over gently. Just drag that bit of wood across. That's it. That's just to stop burning the table. That's better. So that's pulled that nice and straight now. And we got pressure on it everywhere. Okay. We're going to initially tack it.
Yep.
The whole thing.
Okay.
And then we'll weld it out. Okay, so what were our tack settings?
175.
Double check. Okay. You're left-handed, you said?
Yep.
So being left-handed, you'll obviously weld the other way.
Yep.
Put your tack at the end of where your stitch is going to be.
Okay.
It does two things.
Yep.
It tells you where to stop when you do your stitch, and it also does your crater fill. So you know at the end of the weld it's the hottest time of the weld, and when you stop you have like a sinkhole. Your tack will stop that. Okay. You can put a setting on the machine to do a crater fill, but because we have our tack there we won't need to. Okay, so start wherever, whatever's comfortable for you, doesn't matter. Tack her on. We've got it clamped down so it's nice and straight. So you can see where our stitches are going to be.
Ready?
Right in the V, little circle.
Yep. Eyes.
Okay. So by doing the little circle, you're sort of guaranteed to hit both surfaces. Okay. Do another one to make it a little bit bigger.
Eyes.
Perfect. And one right at the end, come in about 1 mil from the end.
About that there.
1 mil. Yep.
Ready? Eyes.
Beautiful. Okay. Now same on the other side. Now work out which way you're going to be welding, and then you're going to weld into it. So you're going left to right, so you put it on the right hand side. So
am I going from?
So you're going from left to right. You're
Yeah.
being left-handed.
So yeah, so do I start in
Yeah,
in the middle there?
Yeah, start there.
Yeah, and then run to that tack.
Yeah, and run to that tack.
Ah.
Okay, and then as it's feeding the wire doing the pulse,
Yeah.
do a tiny little circle and watch the aluminium melting onto both surfaces.
Okay, so so it pulses and makes the pull, and then do I do a circle?
As it's feeding, yeah. So
Yeah.
as it's feeding the wire, it's making the pull.
Yep.
And you'll see it melting into, depending where you're aiming,
Yep.
Either extrusion or the bottom plate.
Yep.
But if you do a tiny little circle while it's feeding the wire,
Yep.
it will fuse into both surfaces.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
and you'll see it happen.
Yeah.
So you watch it and you control that it does happen.
Yeah.
You wanted to keep going.
Yeah.
Okay.
So with this one, I'm going to run over it a little bit and just get that last.
Look, yeah, run over it and finish just on the other side. But if it blows away, it doesn't matter. It probably won't. And if it does, we'll fix it. Right, start just there. Okay. Okay, so we have got our transom now with the engine stiffeners on it. We have done a few modifications to the stringers because we have the wider box section. We had to take a little piece off. Plus we have decided that we're going to run our stiffening 50mm strong back all the way through. Yep. So we've included a little slot to go in there. Normally that would be in there. Somehow something might have been changed or missed, but that's not a big deal. It's there now. We are ready to put that on. We're going to initially clamp it on. Yep. And measure and check it.
Yep.
We'll even get our swing platform and just drop it on to make sure we're in our ballpark.
Yep.
And I'm confident that once we sit it on, it's not coming off.
Yep.
We're going to tack it and weld it on.
Beautiful.
Which is the aim of what we're doing today.
Yeah.
Okay, so grab the transom.
Got enough muscles for this, sorry?
Pardon?
Got enough muscles for this, mate? Yeah, bro.
You'll put it the other way if you want. Okay, so drop the middle one first. Line it up on the engravings.
How's the middle looking for you?
I did have a little clamp here. Where is it? In the back of the boat there?
I'm just going to come over your legs to touch.
You probably won't be able to move that left or right.
Yeah, there we go. That looks
okay,
better.
you did. Okay, so how's it looking?
It's all sitting.
That's perfect.
Yeah,
it's sitting on the engravings here. It's following the engraving line. It's following the engravings all the way through the bottom plates. That's perfect. Okay, so I'm going to clamp it in the middle initially. Then we're going to clamp the edges. And then we're going to check our gaps and we're going to tack it on.
Beautiful.
Okay, so just hold it there in position. I'll just put this one on. Just let me get a bit of adjustment back. That's pulling down beautifully. How's the engraving looking on the inside?
Yeah, looks the same as it was.
Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so we're nice and tight against our fingers, as you can see in the back here. We're still on our engravings, so what we will do, we'll put a clamp on either end.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much for your time and coming down. Really appreciate it.
That's all right, fellas.
So, yeah, now it's the next big step. Yeah, flipping her over, holding her all out, and then see if she actually does what she's meant to.
Yeah, look, when it gets flipped over, we'll back cut all the joints, all the little blow throughs that may have come through. We'll fully weld it. We'll clean up all those welds, finish them off to how we want to have them both finished, and then we will leak test them. Leak testing is done with soapy water and airline. One person inside with the airline, one person outside with soapy water, and work together and check for any bubbles.
Yep.
Any bubbles will be a leak, and then they will be fixed appropriately.
Sweet as.
Once that stage is finished, the boat's watertight, she's not going to sink.
Alright, well, thank you, Mike. We couldn't have done it without you. So, yeah, you've been a massive help today. No, we appreciate you guys watching. It's been a big effort, hasn't it? But, you know, good to get it done. Good to look at it as well. It looks pretty mean. So, thanks once again. We owe you big time. So, thank you. And thank you guys for watching. And make sure you catch us on the next one. So, cheers guys.